Good evening, and welcome to Sisterhood Shabbat. It is so great to see so many of you here tonight, and it is especially special to see our Sisterhood members and all their families here with them also. Last week, watching the 5-day process of selecting the United States Speaker of the House, it reminded me of a story a friend of mine told me. Her son was young back then. He was about 4 or 5. He was a very good listener. He was very aware of current events. He knew who the president was, who the vice president was, the state governor, the 2 Texas senators. So one night, after naming off all these elected officials, his father asked him, "Okay, who is the Speaker of the House?" The son looked at him, gave him a perplexed look. He goes, "It's Mommy." So tonight, we will be your speakers of the House as we celebrate Sisterhood Shabbat. This is the 105th anniversary of the founding of the Women's League of Conservative Judaism. So during the month of January, sisterhoods across North America celebrate Sister Shabbat and honor the women of their congregations who contribute to the synagogue, our Jewish heritage, and they help strengthen our communities.
The Torah portion for the Sisterhood Shabbat is Shemot, the first reading in the book of Shemot, or in English, book of Exodus. Not only does the Torah portion tell of the burning bush and God's instructions to Moses to return to Egypt and tell Pharaoh to let the Israelites go, the Torah portion also details the actions of the brave women who played a critical role in saving Moses' life and thus saving the lives of the Israelites. Pharaoh announced his order that Egyptian midwives are to kill every Israelite male baby after birth by throwing them into the Nile River. The midwives, Shiphrah and Puah, disobeyed Pharaoh's orders and allowed Moses to live. Yocheved, Moses' mother, hides Moses. Then his sister Miriam places him in the reeds of the Nile River, and Batya, daughter of Pharaoh, pulls him out and saves his life. Batya adopts Moses as her own son and raises him in the Egyptian palace. All 5 of these women use their strength and determination to do the right thing and disobey the evil decree and thus save Moses and his people. These females knew that when Pharaoh wanted them to do was wrong and immoral, they had to defy his edict. They exhibited chazak imatz, strength, courage, and acted on their overwhelming sense of right and wrong. Of course, we do not compare the brave actions of these heroines to the more ordinary actions of sisterhood, though some may consider being co-presidents of sisterhood a brave and courageous act. Barbara and I are not heroes, but we did act on sense of commitment and desire to maintain and strengthen sisterhood by taking the job of co-presidents, whether supplying equipment and cookware for the kitchen, preparing snack packs for the kids' meals and search, hosting the monthly gathering place, baking and delivering Shiva cakes to congregants that have lost a loved one, being a sponsor for the annual CBY Purim Carnival, or providing B'nai Mitzvot and brides and grooms with gifts to honor their special simcha. Sisterhood has been a vital part of the synagogue, implementing exciting programs, providing project funds, and offering support where needed to enrich synagogue life.
The past few years have had its challenges. Following Hurricane Harvey, when we took on the role of co-presidents, We actively assisted with the synagogue's recovery and reconstruction efforts. We also had to repair, restore, and restock our beautiful gift shop. Then we got back to normal for a while, and COVID hit in 2020. So like everyone else, we had to learn to schedule and meet virtually and come up with creative online programming, such as Zoom Holobates with Sandra Finkelman, and a virtual mind, body, and soul stress-relieving program with Melissa Gruber. So some of our Sisterhood members here tonight. We played online bingo and had some great prizes. And we also brought in special speakers like Marjorie Marcus, who gave us a 100-year retrospective of then and now, all via Zoom. We worked hard to stay relevant and to introduce new and innovative ideas. But we also tried to stay true to our mission of connecting the Jewish women of Congregation Beth Yeshurun with Jewish programs that educate, entertain, and fundraise to strengthen Jewish family, synagogue, and community life. So as we look to the future, what should be the goals and objectives of Sisterhood? Well, organizing programs such as planning holobakes and funding the new freezer or buying supplies for the kitchen and delivering shiva cakes, these are all very important aspects of what we do. However, we must also continue to evolve and be adaptive so Sisterhood reflects the changing times and we meet the challenges of our dynamic synagogue and our congregation. We believe that this framework has been established and today's Sisterhood is strong and resilient. Vicky and I have had the great honor of serving as Sisterhood co-presidents for the past 4 years. Though at first we had our reservations. Like we will read in tomorrow's Torah portion, God had to persuade and encourage Moses to go back to Egypt and ask Pharaoh to let our people go. Moses was not confident that he could take on the responsibility. We too had to be persuaded to take this job. Could we really handle it? Were we the right fit? And at the time, the two of us barely knew each other. Some might have described us as the odd couple. Vicky was like the ever-ready battery that she keeps going and doing and working on all kinds of projects for the synagogue and the community. I, on the other hand, was more of a computer nerd and technician. I was always at work finishing up this project or going to that meeting. But together we took on the responsibility, not because we wanted to make major changes to Sisterhood or totally revamp it, but because we enjoyed being a part of Sisterhood. We loved the synagogue, and we felt in our own way we could contribute and encourage others to join us. It turns out our individual skills made us the perfect pair. In the process, we've become very good friends. So with the spirit of action and cooperation, we have worked with our members, the clergy, synagogue staff, and the synagogue community to strengthen our partnerships and reinforce our commitment to provide innovative programming, engage in synagogue activities, and promote our Jewish traditions and family life.
This has been a wonderful experience for us, and we would like to highlight a few special programs and projects that reflect Sisterhood's vision and its role as a partner with the synagogue. You remember, who doesn't remember, Hurricane Harvey. It occurred shortly before the high holidays in 2017. Both the sanctuaries at Congregation Beth Yeshurun and Beth Israel were damaged. One of our Sisterhood members, Robin Shkolnik of blessed memory, got together with the leadership of other local sisterhoods and planned a city-wide Sukkah Sisters in the Hut. This program for members of all Houston area sisterhoods. The event was hosted in the Sukkah court at Beth Israel, and it was a huge success. It truly brought healing to many who were struggling with the destructions from the hurricane. Robin felt this was a great program and that it provided a wonderful opportunity for the sisterhoods and Jewish women in our community to get together, share a meal, and the sukkah and contribute to Sukkah celebration. So, Robin took on the responsibility to orchestrate the annual event, moving it to Beth Yeshurun and serving brunch and providing paint and other materials to decorate the Sukkah at no cost to the attendees. They came from multiple congregations in Houston region. Following Robin's passing, her husband Jeff has very generously provided funds to continue to offer the annual Robin Shkolnik Sisters in the Hut event, well into the future and free of charge. This past year, we held the 5th annual Robin Shkolnik Sisters in the Hut. This program hosted over 40 Sisterhood members and guests ranging in age from 6 years to 86. We enjoyed a delicious meal provided by our Beth Yeshurun kitchen and painted unique and colorful panels that were hung in our sukkah. Many of our congregants commented on the lovely panels and thanked us for sharing the panels with the synagogue. We already have a chair for the next year's Robin Shkolnik Sisters in the Hut, which will be held the Sunday before Sukkot. We look forward to seeing you there.
Another program that we are very proud of is the Torah Fund program. This Torah Fund program has been an annual event for many, many years. This year, we celebrated the 30th anniversary of not only holding the Torah Fund, but recognizing the Martha Lee Stein Women of Achievement Award, which is now part of our Torah Fund program. The Martha Lee Stein Women of Achievement Award was established to honor Martha Lee's memory by the Albert Stein family. And as in previous years, this year's program was a big success. And it truly was a Beth Yeshurun affair. We honored 3 very worthy recipients, Judy Yambra, Sharon Siegel, and Linda Etziel, Women of Achievement in all Sisterhood, the synagogue, and the community. Our keynote speaker was Beth Yeshurun member and local author Stephen Sheldon. And Rabbi Strauss played a big part in helping us develop the program and make it as successful as it was. The kitchen made a special meal just for Torah Fund. And all in all, it was a great event. We raised over $12,000, and year after year, the Beth Yeshurun Sisterhood is one of the largest contributors to the Torah Fund of the Women's League of Conservative Judaism. And we're so proud of our accomplishments there. Finally, we are proud of our collaboration and strong connection with the clergy, the synagogue staff, and you, our congregation. Together with Rabbi Strauss, we send holiday packages to our college students for the high holidays, and also Hanukkah and Passover. Each year we host a staff appreciation luncheon, and we have an opportunity to visit and celebrate with our synagogue family. We also fund the Kiddush luncheons following Saturday morning services when there is no B'nai Mitzvah. In August, we hosted a lovely reception welcoming Cantor Goldman and her husband Chris to Houston. We did it Texas style with margaritas, tacos, and all the fixins. Over the years, we have teamed with the synagogue to bring nationally recognized speakers and programs to the congregation. And this year, we are looking forward to co-hosting the Adam Grow Quiz Show in May. We are also very enthusiastic sponsors of the Cantors concert coming up in March, when we'll honor Rabbi Jack Siegel. So our success over these past few years has been the result of our great relationship and our cooperative efforts.
We could not have accomplished what we have without the support, assistance, and encouragement of Rabbi Strauss, Rabbi Morgan, Rabbi Ford, Rabbi Rosen, Cantor Goldman, Andy Berger, our president, David Stein, and all the office staff, and the board of directors. And of course, Marco and the wonderful kitchen staff. A big thank you to all from Sisterhood. As we kick off the new year, Sisterhood is excited to introduce our new leadership. Co-presidents Julie Kaplan and Jordana Rothman. They will be installed at a happy hour celebration on Thursday, January 26th. All are invited. We are excited about the future and Sisterhood's continued partnership with the synagogue. A number of exciting new programs are already in the works, such as a tour of our Kaplan Museum, and dinner and canasta, and also our favorite annual programs will continue: Passover Workshop, Torah Fund, and the Sisters in the Hut, to name a few. We know 2023 will be a great year. Thank you to all our Sisterhood members who participated in the service tonight. And thank you to all of you for your continued support of Sisterhood. Shabbat Shalom.
So I want to say a word just for a moment, and I know we have the installation of our new presidents in a few weeks, but I just want to, on the beam of this evening, this very special night, as we honor Sisterhood, I really want to just make mention of the two of you. And not only did they serve 1 year or 2 years, which is the norm, but they served many more years. And they did it because they were committed to fulfilling all the goals of Sisterhood. These two women went above and beyond to make sure that the Sisterhood succeeded so that Beth Yeshurun could succeed. And it was countless calls, programs, meetings, working, networking, so much hard work, determination, and persistence went in from the two of you. And it kept Sisterhood strong, and I will say, despite the challenges we've all dealt with over the last 5 years, I think I'm safe to say that Sisterhood's even in a better place and even a stronger place than when you took over years ago. So again, let's give a big round of applause to Barbara and Vicky. Thank you, guys.